What is going on, everybody? I had a chance to play two 5,000 point games of Age of Fantasy one page rules this Saturday. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, it was incredible. It was so much fun. I'm almost upset at how much fun I had because I was doing really well selling a lot of my backlog on eBay and getting rid of a lot of stuff. And now I had so much fun. I really want to start more armies so I can play more of this game. If you're not familiar, go to onepagerules.com, check out Age of Fantasy or Grim Dark Future, which is their sci-fi 40k style one. But let me get into Age of Fantasy. Me, personally, back in Warhammer Fantasy, used to play very large games, 5k, 8k, maybe even 10k. And back then you could really load up like some heroes to make them really expensive and whatnot. And I had the Empire. Previously, before that, I had Dogs of War and, cannons and mortars and hellblasters and steam tanks and 100-man blocks of spearmen and hundreds of handgunners and everything, right? Massive fantasy battles. So much fun. Anyway, those games would take forever. And Age of Sigmar, being the terrible game that it is right now, is unplayable at that size because of double turns, the number of dice, the damage output of units and whatnot. The rules bloat. There's so many rules in Age of Sigmar. It's really just not fun anymore to me personally. But Age of Fantasy, we had a chance to play. It has handled the large battles so well. We did 5,000 points. This was our first time playing. So we had already previously played Grimdark Future a few times. It's the same rules, almost exactly. So we were familiar enough with the rules that we could jump right into the 5K. First game, I played against the Ogre Kingdoms with my Demons of Lust, which is equivalent of a Slaanesh army. Now, if you're familiar with Age of Sigmar, Slaanesh is terrible. But if you want a Slaanesh army that feels very much like a Slaanesh army, head on over to the Rift Demons and check out the Demons of Lust on Age of Fantasy one-page rules. We played 4 turns, which is like the recommended kind of starting game or whatever. And we played no objectives and sort of just kind of figured out at the end of 4 turns what we thought would have happened if we continued. But we were just going to fight it out because we haven't played a mega fantasy battle in a long time. This game's alternating activations and low number of dice. There's no re-rolls in the game. Picture that. A tabletop game where you don't have to re-roll dice constantly. It is incredible. It's so much faster. Our first game, 10,000 points on the board. It took maybe 3 hours. And that is with us talking with friends that are coming in and everybody at the game store asking us what we are playing because we had massive, beautiful armies filling up like an 8-foot by 4-foot table. And we played full table and just went for it. So good. It looks simple at first. I do think now that we've all played a couple times, our armies will get a little bit stronger next week. Hopefully, there's not too much min-maxing available to like really decimate your opponent, because my first game against the Ogres, after 4 turns, we were basically even on points. Like if you took into account models that only had half their wounds remaining and counted them as like half their points, we were probably almost even on remaining points on the board. And my second game against Tomb Kings or Mummified Undead, that's right. If you miss Tomb Kings, Age of Fantasy has them, and they are brutal. They're so strong. They have a God Titan. Let me tell you that. God Titan kills everything. But my Shalaxi, Greater Demon of Lust, happened to bring it down on the 4th turn. Or 3rd turn, maybe. I'm not sure which one, but it was so much fun. And once again, the armies were very close at the end of the game. It kind of evened out. I think in the first one, I would probably say I would have beat the Ogres. And the second one, I think the Tomb Kings, or Mummified Undead, would have gotten me. But it is alternating activations, minimal rules. and it is so fun. I don't know how to explain it. If I knew how to edit a video, I would show you pictures of all our games and stuff. Head on over to my Instagram, link in the description below, and you can see pictures of the battles. And yeah, it was super fun. So if you're craving that massive fantasy battle tabletop game, check out Age of Fantasy. And I honestly think I want to play even bigger. 5K was a pretty full table, but I think it would be nice to even go bigger. And at some point, I'm doing 10K. We're going to do 10,000 versus 10,000 super battle. It'll probably take about 4 or 5 hours to play it out. We'll do that after we're a little more familiar with our armies. That way we don't have to look up quite as much stuff. A little more familiar with little intricacies of the game. And I'm going to be making future videos on, say, tactics and stuff for One Page Rules while I'm currently playing it. It's so fun. I got the 3D printer there. I'm going to make a video showing you all this cool stuff I 3D printed. The rules for this are free. You can give them money on their Patreon or my mini factory. You can get the access to the very full rules with all their scenarios and stuff. But it also lends itself very well to making your own scenarios because there's not a lot of bloat in the armies themselves or the basic rules. So it's really, really a great structure of a game that you could add on, comp, whatever. The only comp we used in 5,000 was one hero for every 500 points. So you could have 10 heroes if you wanted. I think most people had about 5. So that's kind of how it worked out. And I was the only one who had allies. I believe the ally rule is something like 60-40, 60%, 40%, 2 books, something like that. But in my 5,000 points, I had 320 points of allied Chaos Warrior archers, which are the Blissbarb archers from Slaanesh Mortals. So I had a little bit of archers added into my Slaanesh demons, Lust demons with some blissful archers, and just to get a little bit of that range shooting in. Yeah, we're going to be doing some more videos on One Page Rules because I can't believe how much fun it was. And I hope you're interested in giving it a try. Rally your friends to get in. Boo with current 40K and AOS. I can't even play it. And after playing this Saturday, I don't see myself playing the current 9th edition 40K or AOS 3 again during their current edition. So this channel will be hobby related, of course. We'll be doing One Page Rules, 3D printing, all kinds of cool stuff. Hopefully you're going to stick around. Also, got the new Ghost hobby clippers available on eBay. So if you're interested in picking up some new hobby clippers, the link is now in the description of the videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.